When you feed your pain more than your purpose, you'll always feel empty, no matter how full your stomach is. Today, I want to talk about something that doesn't get talked about enough: when food becomes an escape instead of nourishment. Because some of us are not eating to live. We're eating to run, to hide, to numb, and we don't even realize we're doing it until our body, mind, and spirit start breaking down. Let's talk about it. Before we get into this life-changing message, take a moment to like this video, subscribe if you're new, and drop a comment below. Your support doesn't just help the channel, it helps the mission. Every like pushes this message further. Every comment becomes part of something bigger than us. We're not just creating content, we're building a movement. So show love, stay connected, and let's keep growing together. Now let's get into it. What it looks like. Let's get honest. Food becomes an escape when you eat when you're not hungry. You eat fast, not mindfully. You feel guilty or ashamed after. You reach for food when your emotions feel too loud. You don't even taste it. You just want something to fill the silence. Sound familiar? Because that was me. There were days I didn't know if I was feeding my body or feeding my brokenness. And if we're being real, most of us are doing both. How we learn to escape with food. We weren't born addicted to food. We learned it. Maybe when you cried as a kid, someone handed you candy. Maybe when you were sad, people cheered you up with dessert. Maybe when life got hard, takeout became the comfort. Or maybe it was just the one thing that never left you. So the brain starts to connect food with safety, food with love, food with control. But food is not love. Food is not therapy. Food is not God. It can't heal what's hurting inside you. When food is your escape, it gives you a high, but it never lasts. That first bite feels like relief. That second bite feels like silence. But by the time you're done, shame, bloating, disappointment, fatigue, emotional heaviness, you don't feel free. You feel trapped. And then what happens? You try to escape the shame with more food. That's the cycle, and it repeats until you interrupt it. Not just with action, but with awareness. Food is supposed to nourish you. God didn't create food to be a drug. He created food to sustain you, to fuel you, to bring joy, yes, but also strength, to keep your body, your temple, in alignment with your calling. Nourishment is when you eat and you feel light, strong, clear, connected, energized. But when food becomes your escape, you feel the opposite. Heavy, numb, drowsy, guilty, spiritually foggy. That's not nourishment, that's a spiritual distraction in disguise. What are you really running from? This is where the healing starts. Ask yourself honestly, what am I using food to run from? What part of my life feels too heavy to face? What am I avoiding by chewing, snacking, scrolling? Maybe it's loneliness. Maybe it's a heartbreak. Maybe it's not feeling good enough. Maybe it's the silence, the moment you sit still and your thoughts get loud. Whatever it is, food won't fix it. Only truth will. Only presence. Only God. You can't just stop using food as an escape. You have to replace it with real connection. Feel your feelings instead of stuffing them. Call someone. Journal. Go for a walk. Pray. Drink water and breathe, because when you pause instead of eat, you learn to listen to yourself again. Your emotions don't need to be silenced. They need to be seen. They need to be sat with, not suffocated under a bag of chips. Food doesn't fix spiritual hunger. This right here is the heart of the message. You can't fix spiritual hunger with physical food. You can't feed your soul with snacks. You can't quiet your spirit with sugar. If your soul is starving, no meal will ever feel like enough. You have to feed your soul with what it's actually craving. Peace, stillness, truth, purpose, God. That's the real nourishment. That's the bread of life. Coming back to the table with intention. Start looking at food differently. Don't approach the table to run. Come to the table to reconnect. Eat slowly. Eat quietly. Eat with thanks. Ask, what will this meal do for me? Will it support my mind, my energy, my spirit? Am I eating to fuel or to forget? That shift in mindset, that's the doorway out of addiction and into awareness. You are not broken, you are unhealed. Let me say this clearly. You are not broken, you are not weak, you are not disgusting or hopeless. It's not wrong to enjoy food. God gave us flavor. He gave us taste. He gave us celebration. But pleasure without boundaries becomes a prison. Today we're talking about something a lot of us silently struggle with. How to enjoy food without overindulging. Not starving yourself. Not obsessing. Not punishing. Just enjoying food without losing yourself in it. Because food should bless your life, not burden it. Food was always meant to be enjoyed. Let's start with the truth. Enjoying food is not a sin. It's a gift, a joy, a part of how God designed us. Jesus broke bread with people. God filled the garden with variety. The Bible talks about feasts, about flavor, about nourishment. So this isn't about rejecting food. It's about returning to food with balance, with reverence, with self-awareness. The problem isn't the food. The problem is the pattern we've built around it. Why we overindulge. Overindulgence doesn't start in the stomach. It starts in the soul. We eat more than we need because we're trying to avoid something, chasing comfort, distracting from pain, rewarding ourselves, filling silence. The truth is, we overindulge when we confuse food for fulfillment. And let's be real, food is fast. It's easy. It works. For about 5 minutes. But afterward, we feel heavy, guilty, disconnected. So we go back for more and call it enjoyment. But really, it's escape. The difference between enjoyment and escape. Here's how you know the difference. Enjoyment feels present, satisfying, light, gratifying. Complete escape feels rushed, mindless, excessive, regretful, endless. You can eat the same meal, but the energy behind it changes everything. Ask yourself, am I tasting this or just shoveling it in? Am I eating with peace or panic? Am I enjoying this moment or trying to forget something else? That awareness, that's how you reclaim control. Why slowing down matters. If you want to enjoy food without overindulging, you've got to slow down. We live in a fast world. Fast food, fast scrolling, fast everything. But digestion, real digestion, happens in stillness. When you eat too fast, your body can't send the signals. You miss the cues that say, I'm satisfied. So you keep going, and going, until fullness turns into discomfort. Slow eating is a form of self-respect. It's not about control, it's about connection. Every bite becomes a moment, a message that says, I care about how this feels, not just how it tastes. How to eat with intention. Start simple. Sit down. Put your phone away. Say a prayer, even just one sentence. Take a deep breath before your first bite. Chew slowly. Pause halfway through and check in with your body. That alone can stop 80% of your overindulgence. The power of portion awareness. Let's be honest. Sometimes we don't even know how much we're eating. We just fill the plate, and then we finish it. But portion awareness isn't about restriction. It's about intention. Try this. Serve yourself a little less than you normally would. Eat slowly. Give yourself permission to go back if you're still hungry. 9 times out of 10, you won't need to. Because fullness comes with focus, not just quantity. Learning to recognize just enough is one of the most freeing gifts you can give yourself. Sometimes we overindulge because we're underfed in every other part of life. Not enough rest, not enough connection, not enough joy, not enough purpose, not enough God. And when your soul is hungry, you'll try to fill it with food. But food was never meant to fill the spiritual holes. It was meant to sustain your body, not suppress your emotions. That's why eating with spiritual awareness is so powerful. Because when you feed your soul, your cravings calm down. You don't have to finish to feel fulfilled. Let this sink in. You can stop eating, even if there's food left, even if it tastes good, even if it's your favorite. Because satisfaction isn't in the last bite, it's in the first few. When you stop looking at food like an escape, you stop fearing that you need more to feel okay. Sometimes walking away from your plate is the most powerful moment of the meal. Not because you're denying yourself, but because you're honoring yourself. Give yourself permission to enjoy. This part is important. Healing your relationship with food isn't about deprivation. It's about permission. Permission to taste. Permission to enjoy. Permission to feel good without going too far. You are allowed to have something sweet. You are allowed to enjoy your favorite dish. You are allowed to celebrate. You just don't have to escape through it. You don't have to punish yourself afterward. That's what real balance looks like. Enjoyment plus boundaries. This is about more than food. Let me close with this. This journey, it's not just about meals. It's about mindset. It's about spiritual maturity. It's about honoring your body, because you finally believe you're worth honoring. You can enjoy food. You can experience flavor. You can celebrate life. But you can also stop when you're full. You can pause when you're triggered. You can pray when you're tempted. Because this isn't just about your plate. This is about your peace. And you deserve to have both. This has been Seeing Unlimited Greatness. And this is your reminder. Food is a gift, not a trap. Enjoy every bite. But don't lose yourself in it. Let joy guide your meals. Let peace sit at your table. And let God be the one who tells you when enough is enough. You don't need to fear food. You don't need to fight food. You just need to feel your fullness. And trust that satisfaction doesn't live in excess. I'll see you in the next one. Stay grateful, stay present, and stay grounded in the balance between pleasure and peace. If you'd like to support the channel and help us keep pushing forward, there are links in the description where you can donate. Every contribution helps us reach more people, do more good, and keep this mission alive. There's also a store down below where you can grab something for yourself, or even better, a gift for someone you care about. It's a simple way to spread love and let someone know they matter. We're all just trying to grow, to become better, to rise above the noise and step into who we're really meant to be. And I truly believe change is possible, the kind of change that creates a ripple effect and helps others see the beauty still left in this world. This channel is about real growth, real transformation, and I'm here to give you a front row seat to what that looks like. Raw, honest, and grounded in purpose. God is within all of us, and my goal is simple: to reflect that light as clearly and powerfully as I can for you and for the world around us.